I thought we'd leave that photograph on anyway, just to make me. How are you doing, kid? All right.
All good, mate. All good.
All good. Right. I'm just gonna throw these fights at you in, and just let me give me. I want you to give me your opinion on these fights.
Yeah.
Fury versus Wilder 4. Do you think Fury would want that again? Because he's going to make an announcement in the next 48 hours, apparently, Tyson Fury, about his next fight. So I'm trying to think which of these 10 it could be. Fury Wilder 4?
Nah,
No, don't you think, Ryan? No?
surely not.
You won't want to see that.
I wouldn't know.
What about Fury and Garno?
No, I don't want to see that.
You
No,
won't put it
thank
past
you.
them, though, would you?
I wouldn't put it past. I wouldn't put Wild the four fight past them as well. In fairness,
What after Chisora 3?
yeah.
What about Fury versus Wardley?
Ooh, ooh. I would most definitely watch that. I would definitely watch that. That'd be really interesting.
What about Fury versus White 2?
No, thank you, Russell.
You won't want that one, Ryan, no?
I'm good for that, my friend.
Okay. Fury Chisora 4.
Oh, that would be absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I mean, the first three fights were very close. You know, they were nip and tuck. I give Derek, a few rounds. Tyson Fury punched Wilder and fucking Chisora all over the show. Yeah. And I tell you what, that also, we had this conversation the other week. I'm just going to say this now. If there's something that could be mended and he could go back to Peter Fury's gym, he would get in great shape, yeah. And I'd love to think he would realise how fantastic he actually is. And losing to Usyk is not a bad thing. It's you
Not in
won,
the world, is it, Ryan?
mate. He won. We won. I'd give him 3 rounds in the first fight. Maybe 3, 4 rounds in the second fight. That's amazing. That's incredible. Tyson Fury, you are fantastic. Why do you need to fight these helmets like Derek Chisora or Francis
Ngannou.
Nagano? Yeah, like why do you need to do that,
Or
mate?
White.
That was a travesty as well. That was an absolute travesty. I can't believe Wembley was the destination for that. But it's almost like a confidence thing with him now. That's the only thing I can ascertain, that his confidence isn't quite what it should be, or we're led to believe it is. But I don't think anybody who talks like Tyson does sometimes really has that, devout confidence. It's you only speak like that about other people when really either the third leg is small, very small, or you're not quite confident.
Yeah. What
You
about
know, where,
Parker?
no, I don't want to see that now.
What if Parker beats Dubois?
Um, I think that's a very strong possibility, by the way. But
Yeah.
I just don't want to watch that. No, I think Tyson Fury plays with Joseph Parker.
Yeah. He's just
Yeah,
sparred
yeah,
enough rounds of him to figure him out, hasn't he?
yeah. Parker never seems confident to have that fight. Yeah, I don't want to watch that.
What about
No,
Fury Atoma?
yeah. I mean, that'd be. I think it's too early for Itama,
Yeah.
but that'd be incredible to watch. That'd be incredible to watch.
Yeah.
Would you
You,
like that?
yeah, I'd like to see that. Well, why not? If he gets beat, you can bring him back. Bricktop always
Yeah,
bring people back.
yeah. And he's great at it as well, by the way.
Oh, yeah. He brings them all back. When he brought Amir Khan back when he got done, didn't he, by Pres-
Greatest. Yeah.
you know what I mean, Bradis Prescott. What about Fury Dubois?
Yeah, I'd be interested in that.
Would you? I would. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that.
Fury
I struggle.
upset free.
I don't think there's any call for it, but I think, like I said, they were both intriguing fights. They were high class fights. They were good boxing matches for people like you and I and a lot of the people on this channel. They were,
Yeah.
yeah, like we deserve that because we don't get a lot of that, quite frankly. And again, that's what Tyson Fury doesn't really understand. That the masses of his fans are not like boxing purists. They don't have a clue that he was beaten once by a guy called John McDermott, who's 5'10" and 19 stone. They don't know that. They just know Tyson Fury, the mental health ambassador, that's undefeated. So now he feels, I feel like there's a part of him that thinks, all right, I've lost all my fans now, I got beat. No. You've gained the respect of the boxing purists for going in there against an absolute great and holding a good account of yourself, my friend.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
And he shouldn't feel down about losing to Usyk, should he really?
No, not at all, because we touched on it previous. The guy's coming in at 20 stone.
Yeah.
You know? Who knows what could happen if he's 17 stone? I still think he gets beat. But why not give the best account of yourself in any endeavour? Anything you're going to do, you should give the best account of yourself.
Do you think they got it wrong with weight, Ryan?
100%. 100%. It was because of the Wallin fight. That's what it was. So what a Wallin fight, because it was a bad fight. And I think Tyson he just won arsed. He knew that Wallin was a shitbag, and he knew that he'd win. When it didn't go as he thought it would, well, then suddenly he starts looking absolutely huge again. Whereas that fight, I think he was 18 stone. And if he wasn't 18 stone, Russ, like, he would have got beat that fight.
Yeah.
You know, like, he was getting caught initially. And again, if you're 20 stone, you're going to get caught. You continue to get caught. You lose a couple of stone. You're a bit light on your feet. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a shame.
Do you think it makes a difference if you're a 16 stone man or a 20 stone man with power, or do you think you can have a punch or you can't?
You can have 100% punch power. I think anyone from 14 stone up, they're going to knock you clean unconscious. I don't think it matters like the stones when you're that weight, that size. I don't believe that. In fact, I think it'd be more of a hindrance because you're not going to be able to generate enough velocity or the same levels of velocity, more to the point, or turn a punch over with the same kind of venom. You know, if Tyson Fury's 17 stone, 18 stone, he's lighter. He can transition, and he can generate more velocity at that kind of weight. You're 20 stone, there's lots of shit on the sides.
Yeah.
Suddenly the hips aren't as flexible.
Yeah. In the last 7 days, we've had a lot of hype. Well, not a lot of hype. How can I word it? We've had a lot of talk about Povetkin and his 4-year ban, and all them 10 wins, going to be no contest. And we've had all these YouTubers with access all jumping on David Price regarding David Price's loss, but nobody said a dicky bird to Dylan White about his loss to Povetkin, did they?
I thought that as well. Yeah, I thought that.
You know why?
Which was interesting. Well, because he was probably dirty himself.
Well, he's been dirty 4 times, hasn't he?
Yeah, but I'm not a big Dillian White guy, mate.
Well, we've got it here. He failed in K1. He failed it early in his career before 10 fights.
Yeah.
At Rivers fight, and he failed before Joshua fight. That's 4, isn't it?
Fucking hell. Oh, that's shocking, mate.
But not one person mentioned it to him, but they were all over David Price about it. What David, what about this with Povetkin? The same YouTubers never mentioned it to Dylan. You'd have thought that they wanted to say to Dylan, yeah, you're going to get one of your losses on your records now coming off. How do you feel about that, Dylan? But what they should have said was, the Rivers win should have come off his career, shouldn't it?
Yeah, 100%, mate.
Yeah. Do you feel that now they've set a precedent with Povetkin that he needs to be through all the boxing now? Then, you know, like your Conor Benn.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Say that again, sorry. So what did you say?
Well, now that Povetkin's been hammered with a 4-year ban, same as Liam Friend though, but all these wins during that period have all been classed as no contest. So they're saying it's not off box rec yet, though. Do you feel that should happen to people like Conor Benn?
Yeah, I think so,
and
mate.
Anybody else who fails from now on?
Yeah, of course it should. Why wouldn't it?
Yeah, I agree with that, mate. I agree with that. The White Rhino and Elmer Fudd.
It's back on it.
Continues. It's like a soap opera, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's funny that.
White Rhino's on YouTube every day on his channel or any channel that'll have him saying I beat him, I didn't beat him. I didn't beat him, I beat him. I want it, I don't want it. He's signed, I've signed. It's on, it's off. What's going on here?
I don't get it, mate. It just needs to be done. Then we can move on. Watch the fight. I mean, Dave. I like how Dave came out though on Sky saying that basically that he'll punch, he'll knock him out, he'll knock Fisher out next time, which he will, comfortable.
Yeah, I think so as well.
So there's levels to boxing, and again, it's no shame, Elmer Fudd. It's no shame. You've done well. You've earned some good money, but realistically, you're a central area level guy, and you shouldn't really be in the position that you're in. So you're gonna get knocked out, and that's it. Done.
Do you think Elmer's been found out?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. There's no other way about it. He's, again, when you watch his pad work, if you watch some of his sessions, it's just nothing's natural. Nothing comes off well. And I don't think that there's anything you can do with that kind of an athlete. Like, you can make someone really, really fit and give them, really good output. But then they also have to have the ability to throw hands. I don't feel like when you watch Johnny Fisher, he doesn't throw hands naturally. Let's say like a Ricardo Mayorga, yeah? Zero technique. But what he could do was throw hands. So his trainers knew, let's throw him in a camp. Let's get him ridiculously fit so his tank's there. And just let him throw like fuck. And he'll win on volume and he might knock him out. Like Gavin Gwynn, if you will. Gavin Gwynn, prime example. Gavin Gwynn can't punch, but what he can do is he can throw punches. He can throw a lot of punches, and he knows how to throw hands. Johnny Fisher doesn't have the athletic capabilities to throw hands, if that makes sense. He can punch. He's fucking 19 stone, but he's not coordinated very well. His coordination's poor, in my opinion.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. He's all over shopping in Johnny Fisher, isn't he?
Yeah, no good.
Do you think that he'll leave Thibault?
He shouldn't.
No, I don't think he should. Dylan White shouldn't have, and look what happened.
Well, again, that's what I'm saying. With Tibbs, he gets you into phenomenal shape where the gas tank's going to be there. I think he understands the limitations technically and athletically. So what he's going to do is get you ridiculously fit, really, really fit. And again, if you can listen and know how to apply a basic game plan, he'll give you a basic game plan to survive and do well, potentially.
Yeah. Where's Big Malk now in the Tunde Ajayi, Bricktop and Anthony Yard stakes? Where's Big Malk's role now? They've gone crawling back because Big Malk were the big advisor in, you need to leave, you need to do this, you need to do that. What's his role now?
Big Malk, that trustworthy guy, the one with the daft bins.
Yeah, with Big Malk and his giant bins. What's his role now? Because we don't.
Hey, I've just seen him. I've just seen him there. He's working in fucking Pizza for World in Bolton. I'm sure that's him. Fucking hell, Spencer. No, it's not him. Fuck knows. He's just honestly, mate. I told you, I'm not a big IFL guy, but I unsubscribed to him. I can't watch him, mate. I can't watch him. He's fucking awful. Awful. He was a shite boxer. He talks waffle, utter waffle. And he's not. I hate to say this about any fucking person, mate, but he's failed at every endeavour. He's failed at every single endeavour and never made a success of anything that he's undertook. Is that lack of preparation? Is it unlucky? Or is it you just a fucking idiot? I prefer the latter if I'm open with you, mate.
His kids are Daniel Kinahan's god kids, according to him. Not according to Daniel Kinahan, though, but according to Big Mouth, they are.
I don't think he'd be working in Pizza World if he was Daniel Kinahan's relation. Do you?
I know his kids are Daniel Kinahan's godfather to his kids, according to Big Mouth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I heard about that, yeah.
About that one. Pop, pop, bang.
Hey, I would love to hear that conversation between you and him. I'd pay. I don't, honestly, mate, I'd pay you.
Big Malk and his giant. Oh my!
Get up there, Spencer lad.
Go on, Spencer lad. Eh? What about when Big Malk were on remand with Terry Dunstan? He ended up in Terry Dunstan's cell every day, going on about, oh, I don't like it in here and this and that. He only did a week.
You know.
Oh my
What did he
God,
do a
big
week for?
money launderer, Big Malk.
What did he do? What did he do? Thingy?
Apparently, he were a money laundering, but he got bail after a week. So what did he
Oh, yeah.
launder? A bag of crisps.
Fucking hell. Oh, he's grassed someone up there, hasn't he?
Well, he got out after a week. Big money launderer.
He's opened his mouth there.
Ed Robinson took pity on him and gave him a job at Sky, 16 hours a week, 100 quid. And that's
That
how he
means
got.
you're on the rock and roll, innit?
Well, listen, yeah, well, listen, that's how
Yeah.
Big Malk got his foot in at Sky. Isn't that right, Big Malk? That's how you got your foot in at Sky, and you ruined it going. Yes, Dylan White failed the test, but Oscar Rivers did as well. And he hung himself, didn't he?
Silly, mate.
What's
Silly.
happened to Big Malk's mate, Dean White, aka we don't know what his real name is. Lamar Scott, is it? What happened to him?
I thought he was promoting Prince Patel.
Oh my God, I don't know, but where is Dean White? We can't miss him. He's 25 stone, 6'8". He's always eating chicken and chips. Where is he?
Not a jar of glue, mate. Your guess is as good as mine. But he'll be back on the scene now. His brother's back fighting, won't he?
He'll be back out there, won't he, on stomping ground, IFL.
100%.
Right, Daddy Ford. He's on boards on A1, M62, and down here at M1 near A38 Tib Shelf Services. Living like Bosch, it says. What do you think?
I appreciate that picture. Yeah, that was fantastic, mate. Thank you kindly. Listen, mate. They're riding it out there, and I appreciate people making the money, but it's just cringy, mate. Like I say, boxing's not really what it used to be. It's a very, very cringy sport. Like some of the personalities, it's like it's soft. Boxing's an hard man's sport. It's not a cringy, gimpy person's sport, and that's kind of like the way. Things like that, it just makes it like a bit of a laughing stock. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't like it, mate.
Darren Barker did a 91-minute interview with Crusher Ben.
That's what I'm saying about cringe.
Yeah, what do you think to that?
Yeah, very, very cringe. Bordering on homosexual. I didn't like it at all. Conor Benn's the only boxer that I will genuinely say I dislike him. Any other boxer, no dislike at all. I have an opinion, like everyone else does. Conor Benn's a dick. Conor Benn is an idiot. Conor Benn's a privately educated man who is raised in fucking Mallorca or Australia, but speaks with an Essex accent and tries to say that people are in his manner in London. Conor Benn would get slapped. He'd get backhanded. He is a dickhead, mate. I don't know. Yeah, I really hope to God that Eubank presses him and presses him hard. Just an idiot. Did you not see him grab up Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, I've seen it. Ryan Garcia light him up.
He'd spark him clean unconscious within a few rounds. What do you mean? You're in my manor. You're in my town. You're a privately educated kid from Mallorca, mate. You are no bad man. You were robbing Parker pens at best.
Here's 4 fantasy fights here for you. I want you to tell me who wins. Larry Holmes against Elmer Fudd.
I know, mate. Be a close one, nip and tuck. No,
Elmer on points.
Yeah, I think so, mate. But it'd be, I think... I don't think Elmer would have it all his own way, by the way.
No.
Jesus
Everybody's
Christ.
Elmer's mate, though, aren't they? He don't want to slag anybody. Oh, he's my pal, he's a pal. Well, he's not my pal.
You need to realise we're in a sport of violence and, where if you beat me, that means the food on my plate is less the next go. No, we're not mates. We're not mates. No. Fucking hate all that shit. Shake hands, yeah, after the fight. But beforehand, no. Not a chance.
Okay, what about this one here? Muhammad Ali versus the Lazy Rhino.
Again, I think Dave wins the first few. I think Muhammad makes his way back in the mid-rounds. But I think Dave Allen edges it on points. But it'll be close, though. It'd be close. I can see a few knockdowns as well in that fight.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Okay.
know,
Uh, George Foreman versus Fraser Clark.
Jesus. Uh, well,
Olympic gold versus Olympic bronze.
yeah. Georgie gets clipped. Georgie gets clipped there. George ain't got the power, and I
Yeah.
don't think George has got the chin either. He should stick to fucking fat reducing grilling machines. That shit bag.
My lean, mean, fat reducing grilling machine. So you've got It's Big Freeze beating George Foreman. Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. If
It's
you don't
Big
mind,
Freeze is
mate.
coming back. It says on internet today on his Insta. He says, "I'm coming back. I'm back in the mix where I belong." He says.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. I don't know where he belongs, mate. I do like him as a character, but when you get knocked out like that, I think you really need to start reconsidering options.
Yeah, yeah. Ernie Shavers against the can man Dylan White.
Again, I think Ernie really struggles. I think Ernie could get knocked out cold quite early there
The can
because
man.
yeah. Because if you're going off what Dillian looked like in the Tete fight, he isn't going to get caught by Ernie. And hastens to say, he could take Ernie's power quite comfortably. So yeah, I see that as a really tough night and a short night for the aforementioned Mr. Shavers.
Yeah, I do. Did you listen to Canada Bob's interview?
You know what? I've not. But I seen it and I thought, who is he? Like, is that a new
He's
guy?
got his own channel, Canada's boxing channel. He's all right. He'll do well, him, at this. Honestly, he's a natural. Trust me, he'll do all right. Him. And that other kid I've had on this afternoon, Anthony Austin, he's fantastic as well. He'll do really well as well. They're like Julian, them types. Really good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's top draw though, Julian, mate.
Oh, yeah, Julian. But he's fell out of
Yeah.
boxing, so I can't twist his arm up, can he? He's
I
well.
don't blame him. I don't blame him.
He's got principles. He's a coal miner's son. It'd be very hard for him to change his mind once he's set his mind to it. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing.
I like that though. I like that. I respect people like that. Stand on honour.
Well, he's
But
obviously he's trained, world ranked Gary Sykes, who a British champion. We're going to fight Broner and that, and he's seen a lot. It cost him his marriage, Julian, when he had his gym and that. Going
Jesus.
to work, then going to his gym and probably burnt himself out in his marriage. So he's give a lot to boxing. And when I think that Conor Benn thing, he just tipped him over edge.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's no good, mate. That's no good. God bless Julian. I hope he's all right.
Yeah, I do. Canelo Crawford, it's back on. Is this where we're at now? Putting guys who are light heavyweight former champions against guys who started out as a lightweight. What is that? 20, 40 pound difference.
Yeah, yeah, bang on £40
Is this where we're
difference.
at? For 135, 175, and it £40.
I would love Crawford to do something, but it's just not realistic.
No.
I love Terence Crawford. He brought an end to the most boring boxer I've ever watched in Ricky Burns. But it's just not realistic. It's fair play. He's going to get in his money. He's going to test himself, but unfortunately, he'll get broken down. He's not got the best chins, Crawford.
No.
You know that Mean Machine guy? He trained at Robert Garcia's gym. Crawford got him out of there in 9. Little Lithuanian guy. I can't remember his name. But he clipped Crawford. He clipped him and he hurt him hardcore. Gamboa clipped him and rocked him hardcore. He can be caught. He's not like Mayweather. He's not a defensive master. Crawford is a seek and destroy kind of guy. Canelo is exceptionally smart and a very good counter puncher. Yeah, I don't like that fight, mate.
No. What about Ben Whittaker, Liam Cameron? Is that going to happen?
I don't know. I don't think so. What do you think?
I think it will, but it's going to take some persuading. And I think what could happen is Ben Whittaker might want an interim fight because he's just started back with Shane McGuigan. Sorry, it's just started up again. Oh, he's on comeback challenge. Shane McGuigan's his new trainer, isn't he?
All right, okay. I didn't know that.
Well, that's what the word on the grapevine is. So if that's true, I can see that them going in a different direction, going on the outside.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Back in the day, Barry McGuigan were knocking everybody out. And Jim McDonnell wanted to fight him, and Mickey Duff said, "No, no, no, we're going to go around the outside and we'll get him at the end." And that's how they worked it. They got McGuigan when he were, at tail end of his career, even though he retired young at 28. Now, and I think
Yeah.
that's what they'll do. They'll have a few interim, but try and get Liam Cameron down the line because Liam's a bit weather worn and he's been through mill, hasn't he? That's what I
Yeah,
think. I
he's a good
don't
guy
think they'll
though.
take it straight away because if they lose, they're finished. But if they get 4 or 5 fights in and get a few quid out of the job and then get Liam will have miles on clock, won't he? And that's just what I think they'll do with Fisher Allen.
Yeah, I get that. That's a good viewpoint. Yeah, I think you're right actually. It's shit though if they do
Look
that.
at it with me matchmakers, Dad, and if I were at Big Ron's, that's what Big Ron would say. No, we're going to do this. We don't. It's like when I'll never forget Tony Thompson and David Price. Dennis always used to say, "Why did they do that?" A massive puncher going with a slick, mature guy who could old man him. Why?
Yeah.
Because they gambled, didn't they? Because they had that much money invested in Price, and they were giving him 150 grand to fight. They thought, well, we'll just put it right, and he'll knock him out in second rematch. But he didn't, did he? And he was more or less. He couldn't. He never recovered from that, did he? Really? But they could have rebuilt David Price, couldn't they? Do you know what I mean? That's just
Yeah.
how I look at it. I could be wrong, but hindsight's a great thing, isn't it, Ryan?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a good. I've never thought of that viewpoint. In fairness, mate, I think you might be onto something.
Well, if you look at it like logically, why take if you've just had a nightmare against a guy and squeaked out of it when you really lost, but you got a draw? Why would you want to go straight back in with him when you've already got a few quid anyway? And Liam obviously wants to do. He ain't got now, has he? So
Mm.
I think now we'll get him down the line when Liam's got a bit more miles on clock. But I could be wrong. But
We'll see.
yeah, Oliver McCall's on about coming back. So is David Hay, the Haymaker. What do you think to that, Ryan?
I think there's still life. There's still life there in Oliver McCall. He's only 58, isn't
You're so sarcastic.
he? I'm a cunt, mate. I'm a cunt. My apologies, but yeah, no.
Jug
We'll
Ears
see.
Oliver, the guard, waxing lyrical on Talksport. Derek Chisora is a genius and he's got a lot of there's a lot of fight left in the dog, according to the guard. What do you think to that comment by the guard?
I think the God needs to stop, mate. The God needs to stop. Like both of them, they're on this just narrative trip. They talk a lot of waffle, mate. They need stopping, really. But Simon Jordan, he's the same, mate. He's in the same boat as them. They all need to pack it in.
Simon Jordan's shocking, mate. I mean, I got it totally wrong with him. I used to ring Terry Chappell and say, "Oh, Terry, look at this here." He's like a posher version of me. Terry used to say, no, they'll soften him up. I said, no, we've got one here, Terry. And he's been softened up on it a bit like the Cobra. And that's what happens, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah, bang on.
happening really from Simon Jordan. He's like become one of them, hasn't he?
Unfortunately so, mate. Unfortunately so. But hey, Russ, I've got my mum's rang me a few
No problem,
times,
mate.
mate,
Well, listen,
and it's her birthday tomorrow, so I'm just a little bit paranoid.
no
But
problem, mate. Listen, will you take care? It's been
yeah,
great.
you too.
I've done half an hour this one here. Anyway, listen, thanks for coming on, Ryan, and all the
No
best to
worries.
you and your family.
God bless, mate. You too, mate. Take care,
Mate.
Russ. Bye, bye, mate.
Right. Well, that were Ryan from over, I think it's Bolton, Lancashire way. Women love him, men want to be him. Well, that's about it, really. I better get ready for Jerry with his giant muzzy, his Magnum Tash. Now, he is a ladies' man, Jerry. I've got an invite to his wedding. How's about that? Pop, pop, bang. I just want to tell this story before I go. Roberto Duran was at that show at the weekend and he left his seat after being absolutely pestered all night by Tunde Ajayi and all the rest of them hangers on. And when he came back from his seat were gone. And you know what he did, Roberto Duran? He walked out. He went. I think that's a little bit disappointing from the people at Queensbury to do that to somebody like that. And I also think, even though I gave him a bit of stick, that Super Beans should have been given a little bit more respect instead of having to hang around half an hour waiting to shake George Warren's hand. How sad is that? Well, that's how boxing is. Sometimes you can be, how can I say, a cock of the walk, And the next day, you'd a feather duster man like Paulie Malignaggi, Connor Hands of Foam, Hatton, and Big John Fury, Pop Pop Bang. That's about it, really. So thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Go on, Booyaka! Let's get Jerry on. Pop Pop Bang!